hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out.
I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Sports Report Fight Night. I am joined by my man, the one and only Haystacks Calhoun. How you doing?
Josie, what's up? What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Unfortunately, tonight, Mr. Morgan could not be with us. The man is running a 101 temperature, and I sent his ass to bed. No, he's really not feeling well. Get well soon, Mr. Morgan.
Get well soon, Will.
As you know. And then we got the man in the back. We got Mr. Dan the Dick producing the show in the background. So you never know if he might pop in and say hello at some point.
The leader of the hardwood, baby. Let's go, Mr. Daniel.
Tomorrow night, episode 2.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, you might see some of my reactions because my axe throws are right
Not
now.
going well in the night, is it, Josie?
Gosh. All right. So we're going to jump right into it.
Absolutely.
As we discussed last week, me and Stacks have started our own new little segment. And right now we have committed to watching a month of NXT. And I'm telling you, we both watched our first official episode tonight,
Absolutely.
and this might be a little tougher than I thought.
Boy, it's rough out there, isn't it, man? You know, I feel bad for all those people that bought tickets to that thing. Like, I was almost wondering if we were sitting there watching it and it was pre-taped. I ain't even kidding.
Well, and they seemed like they were enjoying it, but they also it gets into we don't understand it right now.
No, not at all. I need a few more weeks.
No investment into it at this
Absolute
point.
Zero.
And so we are basically new fans right now because we know no one.
I'm coming out that NXT womb, Josie. I'm coming out that NXT womb. You know what I mean?
Indie. They're not even indies, so we haven't even heard of them. They're
not at all.
NCAA, NIL.
NIL. Absolutely. And that sexual chocolate looking dude, he they said earlier in the show he was the offensive lineman for Syracuse. So that had to be an NIL deal there. Anyway, proceed.
The best part of it for me so far was Braun Breaker and West, the North American champion. He, to me, first singles title. If you don't know West, he is usually part of the Rascals. And I am loving this solo run for him. He is charismatic. He is fun to watch. Him and Braun together was really funny.
It was funny.
Doesn't look like they won their title.
No, they did not. I just saw that they did lose.
But that was fun. And then R-Truth was
baby,
the best.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Josie. Was that kayfabe on that injury, or because like he definitely didn't clear that. He looks like he hadn't jumped over a rope in a hot minute.
So I got to be honest. I literally was watching this and the baseball.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I knew that, but I just didn't know if you caught that part.
No, I didn't. I heard it. I listened to it.
Right. Yep. You just didn't quite see it. TBD on that one, I guess, everybody.
So but in listening to it,
yep,
I would say that it probably
I think it was kayfabe just by how the opponent was acting. You know, he's running around the ring trying to hype the crowd up. So it probably was kayfabe, but if not, get well soon, R-Truth, because Raw needs you, man. Raw needs you.
Well, and NXT needs him. He's been on NXT now 2 weeks in a row.
Yep. 2 weeks in a row.
And he was having a good match with that dude.
He was. And what disrespect. I mean, I know, but, you know, to bring up that he was the 24/7 champion.
I was a little frustrated with that, but okay. Here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Booker T commentator fan?
No, dude, I wanted to poke my eyes out with a fork.
Your ears,
poke my eyes out with a fork.
In your ears, deep.
Nails on a chalkboard, Josie. Nails on a chalkboard.
Like I just don't enjoy.
I literally wanted to mute it halfway through. Yep, I wanted to mute it halfway through. Yep.
And see that to me, like WWE as a whole, their whole commentating team is just weak. It's weak.
Yeah,
and especially
right now it's super weak.
Because Pat leaving, like it's just weak. Camera.
Yeah,
I don't mind Corey. I really don't.
Yeah, Corey's solid.
Corey and the Irish dude on Raw, I would give a hard 5 or 6 too.
Yeah, maybe a C. Yeah, we'll give him a C. Collectively.
Yeah, I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually give Cole right now by himself a B-, which is saying something.
Absolutely.
Because I despised Michael Cole. The thing that has gotten me about Michael Cole is since McMahon has left, it just seems more relaxed. And they've let him kind of loosen up a little bit, and it's not, you know, his butthole's not puckered to say everything it needs to say all the time. Screamed at in his ear.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You son of a bitch.
So I do enjoy that. All right. So first week of NXT before we move on to our next topic. What do you rate it?
What am I rating it? I mean, I'm trying to be fair because I'm also not up to par with everybody right now. I want to say, a D.
Yeah.
A D.
A D?
I want to say a D. And I'm trying to be nice because I haven't watched it, like that. And so anyway, Josie, what are your thoughts?
I would say D+ to C-, somewhere in that range.
That's fair.
Because I agree with you. Right now, I can't give it a hard grade.
Nope.
Because I'm watching it right now, there's nothing that's drawing me into it either. There's nothing that I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Not only that, but when Booker T compares his 12-year-old daughter to when she was 3, saying she carried her on a blankie, why the hell do I care?
Yes.
Why do I care?
I have to argue with Dan in the background. This is not true. Booker T is definitely one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He is an amazing
wrestler. Yeah, put him up there.
He just does not need to be behind the commentating booth.
His spats with Stone Cold in the grocery store.
Oh
my God! Come on, let's
go.
Booker.
King Booker.
I have to defend myself in saying that LaDainian Tomlinson is also one of the greatest players of all time. But I'm just saying Booker T as a commentator. Is like LT as a commentator. If you've ever heard LaDainian Tomlinson,
LaDainian Tomlinson as a commentator.
Fair comparison.
Yes.
Terrible.
That is a very fair comparison.
Fair comparison.
Yes. Yeah, that is actually, I'm sorry, Dan, because that is an amazing comparison.
It is. Absolutely. 100%. Dan coming in clutch with his comparisons tonight.
Sliding in clutch. We will still
Yes.
We will still we still got 3 more weeks to go, and me and Stacks have been talking, and we're gonna keep this as a running segment on the show.
This is gonna be a regular thing, people.
We're going to do. We got to discuss it and figure out what we want to do next. I may, even though I have been watching it pretty consistently, I may make Stacks do a month of Impact because I think Stacks will be blown away with the.
I need to stay in, Josie. I don't know if you watch JD from NY on YouTube, but that man kind of gives me my up to date on Impact, and he is definitely not a fan. So
really,
I need to get my JD from New York goggles off, and I need to just.
You gotta put you're now a
absolutely.
Dan back there working, messing with the things.
he's like, I'm just trying to learn, baby. I'm just trying to learn.
You need to put your Fight Night goggles on because now you rate the product.
I do rate the product, so I can't. I gotta be blinders off. So I will do that for this.
So we might do that. I have not watched NWA since it came back from pandemic.
I have not.
And I've heard they've been doing some good stuff. MLW is always some really good stuff. There's a lot of good product out there. So me and Stacks are going to dive deep each month. And then when we get through like the top 5, we'll have to figure it out. We might have to get a group fight night in
rating
pro.
Absolutely.
Or fight subscription so we can watch some independents and shit.
Oh man, let's do it.
All right. Moving on. So our next topic is highlights of the week. What caught your eye? What
man? You go first, Josie.
Let me.
I'm curious, Josie. What were your highlights this week?
So my big one this week.
Absolutely.
Well, okay. Actually, hold. We're going to get this out the way because I'm tired of talking about it.
Pause.
CM Punk.
It
looks like the all-out brawl investigation has come to a close.
Absolutely.
I talked about this a little bit last night on Sports Report.
Trying to give everybody a little snippet of what they're going to hear now. So
that's absolutely 10 Easter on Mondays. You can catch me.
Little crumbs. That's what we carry around.
All talking about all the sports, all the stuff.
Absolutely.
and it looks like the Elite will be returning soon. They ran a little vignette that
yes, they did.
was very.
Did you find that vignette weird? Did you find the vignette weird?
It was interesting. I wouldn't
found
say
it odd.
necessarily weird. It was different for.
It was.
It didn't. It leads me to think they're going to lean into that maybe use that because they
As a
were kind of
storyline?
leaning.
Yep.
Well, they were kind of leaning more to a face turn, but maybe use this and go back into a heel turn.
Absolutely, I can see that.
I can see it.
Solid point, Josie. Yep. I agree.
I just don't know. But then again, you could use this the other day and make them like the hardcore faces, like
hardcore baby faces out of this, man.
Hardcore baby faces.
Yeah.
So there's many ways you could go with this. But I would agree. It wasn't your straight up like welcome back vignette. It was a little weird.
No, not at all.
The music and the fading and the things and the So
I mean, if you were just some random guy watching this, Josie, if it's not me and you're thinking, oh, maybe those guys aren't going to be on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But also,
outsider point of view,
that as the casual fan would draw me in and be like, oh,
same. Fair. That's fair. Something.
What's going on with that?
Yeah. What
maybe I've heard little tidbits. Maybe I've heard little tidbits of what's been going on with the fight and Punk and all that. And so
the brothers going to the WWE ? That's been a thing for a hot minute. But anyway, neither here nor there.
I still don't know. I just don't see Punk in WWE. I just don't. And
no, I don't either.
And what we've heard and I think discussed is the sticking point I keep hearing for the ending of the AEW Punk relationship is the
absolutely.
And what do you think they're wanting? Clause. What do you think TK is wanting as a no compete? Because I know you're not a big TK fan.
Well, it's not that I'm not a big TK fan. I guess I should just say I didn't like the way he handled. I didn't like the way he handled
around by Punk. He did get a little bit around, but I've also heard he's a little baby bitch. He's a little bitch for the Bucks too. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, they also are,
EVPs.
EVPs. So that helps. But anyway, what did you think about? I was curious. As of right now, Punk actually felt threatened that night when they went backstage to confront him after his interview, and according to Melcher, he felt like he needed to handle it in a legal way. But yet, his buddy Bit,
supposedly he then came out and tried to make up these fabrications of how they hurt his dog, and there was rumors going around.
Absolutely, I did hear that as well. Yes,
things like that, and it just did not make him look good. It didn't and he already wasn't looking good, and I agree. So, what do you think TK asked for, as far as the no compete? What do you think TK wants?
Man, you can't go. He definitely can't go to WWE. As petty as Tony Khan is, he can't be going to WWE.
Do you think he wants a no compete to the length of the career or the contract?
Link to the contract? I would think so. I would think so because Tony's just that petty that if I can't have you, nobody can.
And any other, if it were another way or another talent or he'd win another way, or I might be on that being petty. But the way Punk kind of fucked him, I don't think this is necessarily petty. Saying
no, it's not necessarily.
You're not gonna fuck me out of all this money and come back.
Correct.
And, the big welcome back I gave you, we sold.
But at the same time, where's he gonna go, Josie? At the same time, where's he going?
I don't think he goes back to wrestling. I think he truly is done.
I think he's done. I think it's it's obvious based off his attitude. He doesn't
wrestling care. And the thing is now a lot of wrestlers backstage have a negative connotation on him. And see, a lot of people always looked at Cabana as the bad guy in that whole story, and now
boy, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Cabana is beloved in almost every locker room he's in.
Absolutely
beloved.
Yeah,
and so I think this might be the end of Punk's wrestling.
I would agree, Josie.
Don't make the stupid decision and go back to UFC, because that's just gonna like shorten your lifespan.
Yep, definitely.
Just go write your comics. Go do all the other things you have in your little pocket, and
go watch your Cubs and your Blackhawks and just enjoy your life.
Move on. It's So that's all I'm going to talk about Punk, unless we will talk about Punk again once we find out what the agreement is for his.
Absolutely. Hey, Josie, real quick before we move on, did you see? I saw in Sports Illustrated article that Punk apparently suffered a torn tricep in that main event.
Yes,
at the
he was going to be out 9 months, no matter
regardless.
what.
Regardless. Yeah. So, So.
So.
I guess I must have missed that. I didn't hear that part. That he tore his.
My highlight.
Tricep.
You asked me my big highlight for the week.
Yeah. What is it? Let's get to it.
It's a little tied. But I'll talk about the other one next. So my biggest one is Taven versus Wardlow. I love some Matt Taven. I do. I enjoy him. I think he's
a Taven fan.
He's great in the ring. He's a great heel. Him and Bennett and Kanellis together as the Kingdom are just awesome as a heel faction. And they are officially past week done with Impact. So they signed a multi-year deal with AEW, and the match he had with Wardlow was good. It was good. Good Taven match.
One of the first actually competitive matches Wardlow has seemed to have in a while. So that's good.
And that wasn't a tag team match. Yes.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
And then I love Warjoe. Warjoe. I think that's a great tag team. Those two together. Joe is just such a vet and so good. He's a great person for Wardlow to be partnered with right now.
Absolutely.
I don't think you need to put a title on them or anything like that, but
I don't think so either.
Tag team. All right. So what was one of your highlights for the week, Stacks?
Yeah, absolutely. So my highlight of the week this week would have to be it's got to be Kurt Angle 2.0 and Otis. They came out, and they made it fun. Obviously, that's just kind of a side. Shush, please. It was great, and it had Elias helping at the end there to save it. But no, on a more serious note, I just thought that was a fun one. Honestly, yeah.
I love me a good comedy segment. I do. I enjoy a good comedy segment.
It's great, and it did kind of remind you of some of the stuff Triple H kind of used to do a little bit back in the day. So it was fun.
It had that little bit of attitude.
Yeah, just a smidge, but not enough to cross the line. But no, on a more serious note, though, I would say Castagnoli over there this week. That was. He tore the house down. With that match. I was gonna true. That's no. He always does. But that was one of my highlights this week. He cleaned house with those guys. The old Jericho Appreciation Society. So I thought that was.
We're gonna talk about them in when we talk about wrestler highlights here in a minute. Moving on to our next segment here.
Absolutely.
Because I'm personally on that.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm done. I've been done for a while. I think their group's way too big, by the way.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Absolutely. So, but anyway, that's
that. As far as what I saw on shows this week, I know you're not watching Impact, but Kazarian won the X Division title back in Bound for Glory. He cashed in option C, and he will be facing Josh Alexander at Hard to Kill. And I am excited for this because Kaz has never held a world title. I love me some Kazarian. Talk about one of the pillars of the original Impact. He was one of them. Like him and AJ and
Right.
Daniels and
Those guys. Absolutely.
Those guys.
Those guys.
So those guys.
They them ones. They them ones, Josie.
They them ones. Oh, we all. There's so much. This is the last thing we're going to talk about in highlights because then we're going to move on to specific wrestlers because we need
Let's
to talk
do
about
it.
that no longer honorary Oos.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, Kaz, it was catching me this week. I'm excited to see if he actually I don't think he beats Josh Alexander. Or actually, you know what? Rephrase that. He might beat Josh Alexander, and then Bully has the Call Your Shot Cup right now. So I think he might beat Josh Alexander, and then Bully takes it from Kaz because then that doesn't weaken Alexander.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens there. The X Division tourney, since Kaz did option C, kicks off this week. And then, yeah. All right. So moving on.
Let's move on.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Josie's got to go cry because the Astros are down.
Oh, my God.
We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
And we will
put the kids to bed, put on your shades, and crack open a cold one during Sports Report After Dark with Seven and Dan the Dick Warner. You can catch After Dark Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and again Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. We believe that athletes are people too, and Skip Bayless is one of the lizard people. Don't miss Sports Report After Dark. For all things baseball, don't miss the Winter Meetings podcast Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, and again Tuesday mornings on West Coast Radio at 11 a.m. Eastern. Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Warner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/the Sports Report podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report podcast.
All right. So
we are back. We are back.
Okay,
we are back.
Not the show for it, but why does Kate Upton always look drunk at these baseball games?
Dude, every
time she looks trash. Every time.
Probably a little bit more than trash there, Josie, but
all right, so I was excited because there's quite a few wrestlers I want to talk about this week, and factions for that matter.
Absolutely.
Let's focus on factions because there's a few factions right now I feel aren't up to par. So the JAS. I enjoyed this at the beginning. Like, I love the sports entertainers versus pro wrestlers gimmick.
Absolutely.
But as I said a little bit earlier, one, they're too big.
Yes. Too big.
Just the other day in watching the entire group bitching and complaining about the fact that there was a bat in the ring that Jericho brought in the back.
Oh, don't even get me started. Are you kidding me?
Tactics. But I don't know why. It just felt like too much. It
did feel like too much.
It felt like with the systematic and blatant cheating you do in every match, like to harp on that, to me, it didn't. I get what they were trying to do.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But it didn't. To me, it didn't hit.
No, it did not hit. No.
It came off very annoying.
It did. And they've been very annoying as of late, I would have to say.
Yes. Bland. It's just not. And
Nope.
to me, right now, okay, looking at the JAS, not counting Jericho, pulling him out of it because he's
Correct.
always going to be the highlight.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Who-
he's his own entity by himself. So
Yeah,
continue.
out of the JAS right now, who is
Yep.
catching your eye the most?
Solid question, Josie. And I don't really know. The name's escaping me right now. I apologize. The guy that was doing that feud with not feud, but he was gonna do stuff with Bryan Danielson and the Combat Club.
Okay. Danny Garcia. And
Yes,
I can
Garcia.
totally get that. Garcia is probably
Yes,
one of the
Garcia.
hottest
Sorry.
in the group. To me, the guy who
Yep.
catches my eye the most
Okay.
is Magic Matt Menard. I
Okay.
love him. To
Do
me,
tell.
he's old school. The way he talks,
Yeah.
the way kind of his physique. He's not the biggest guy, but he's got that bodybuilder physique, and like I love. He kind of reminds me a little bit of the Macho Man, and just
That's fair.
I think he's got the charisma to be a singles star.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
That's fair.
Other than that, though, everybody else in the group, I'm just like, I loved Sammy Guevara. I think he's an amazing talent.
Yep.
But
I agree.
Him and Conte,
It's getting annoying.
it's getting annoying. I get where they were going with it, and I understand it.
Absolutely.
But, like I want Ty Mello to get back to badass Mello.
Badass Mello.
Beating shit out of people and
absolutely.
When she was like the Brazilian fighter, like that was I loved that Ty contest.
That was entertaining. Yeah.
That was really entertaining. So
absolutely. Yes.
All right. We'll move on to your next one. But JS rating right now. What do you give JS right now?
C minus.
Yeah, I would say a D. They're just
fair.
Boring.
That's
it's
fair.
Boring to me.
It is. I mean, don't even get me started on the fact that Ring of Honor has kind of taken up Dynamite time. But I get it that they're trying to get that TV deal. They're trying to get that TV deal.
From what I'm hearing, he's got something in the works, and they're trying. I think he's trying to push it to really push the deal. Build it for announcing that deal and
absolutely
growth. But I agree with you. They have been taking Ring of Honor has been getting a lot of highlight lately, which I don't hate. I hate,
but
it's hard promoting two
brands,
two real brands, not a developmental brand,
absolutely.
Another brand, two real brands.
Yep.
Like even WWE still, after 20 years, still struggles promoting Raw and SmackDown together.
Yep. And separately, to be fair.
Separately. So, all right. So, who's your faction of highlight this week?
Oh, my faction of highlight. I'm gonna shout it out, and it might be a little biased, and it's partially a joke, but since we are doing our little segment, I want to see what the faction that The Rock's daughter is currently in. Schism, the Jabberwockies of NXT right now. With their
I love that
the Jabberwockies of NXT right now. Let's go. Like, I mean, she's got a lot of room to grow. For sure.
Right now, she is missing the family charisma gene to me.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, not to say that all of them have it. I mean, let's be honest.
Right now she's oozing me some Nia Jax.
Absolutely, 1,000%. That's a fair comparison, Josie, because that's kind of what I got as well. But yeah,
I like Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
And they're creepy, but they do remind me a lot of right now. They were giving me a lot of Sanity vibes.
Yeah. And here's the thing is, HBK is supposed to be the guy running that thing. Is he doing copy paste with Judgment Day? and trying to get her to be Rhea. I mean, granted, it's my first night watching it. I mean, maybe not on that same level, but
I think he's blind if he thinks she's not that good looking. I'm sorry.
No, she's not. She's not.
She has
She's not.
her daddy and her mama's face smashed together.
Oh boy, the ugly stick hit her hard, man. And I'm not I'm not the greatest looking guy in the world.
Yeah, we're not trying to be mean or anything. We're trying to be honest.
Not at all.
He's a hard 5, if that.
She's a hard 5?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh, that's generous, Josie.
I know.
Proud of you. You have more guts than I do. I'd say a 2. I mean, when your face looks like an ass, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Oh, damn. But yeah, so he just isn't doing for me yet, but we'll see. I could see your interest in Schism.
Yeah.
Dan in the back got hit with the ugly rock.
That's why he's producing tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why we got Dan in the back.
That's why we got Dan. We gotta have that in the back.
So, all right. Another faction. How are you feeling about them ones right now? How you feeling about that?
Hey, you know what? After watching Monday, I kind of like what Roman's doing. I honestly thought it's gotten stale there for a while. When it's not, when it's not the honorary Oos, it got stale.
The honorary Oos is definitely revitalized.
Yes, absolutely, 1,000%. Because without him and without old Paulie, I don't know how good
feel like there's a lot of charisma there.
No. On the mic. Yeah, 0.
There's not a lot of charisma there without those two.
Not at all.
Solo is a friggin' beast.
He is a beast, but that's what he's there for. He's an enforcer. He's not there to be on the mic, obviously, because he hasn't been on the mic much. But yeah, no, definitely. I did kind of like what Roman did there this week. He's kind of he's fed up with playing nice, man. He's trying to find his own character, which I can, not that he hasn't kind of found it now, but he's trying to evolve into something else. Yeah,
character is good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't speak much, but when I do, you're gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna feel my wrath when I speak. Absolutely. So I did kind of like it because I feel like he's just saying, you know what, F this, I'm going to be how I want to be. And, Paul can talk for me and whatnot. But, well, yeah, like you said, when I speak, you're going to listen.
You said the honorary Oos. He's no longer the honorary Oos anymore.
I know.
Just an Oos.
He's just an Oos. He's an Oos, baby. He's an Oosie. He's an Oosie. He's Oosie, Josie. He's all Oosie, baby. Oh my God, I loved it. I didn't get to watch much SmackDown this past week, but
man, I didn't watch any of it.
But man,
I Raw this week either.
Yeah, but man, did they have to really hold it in when he said Oosie? Did they have to try hard not to break character? That was fantastic. Fantastic. Oh my God.
Every
person. Yep. Jimmy and Jay were like holding their mouths like, we can't laugh at this. We got to be serious.
But I think this is eventually going to lead to Sammy, it's going to lead to some sort of breakup.
Absolutely.
I think Sammy and Kevin are finally going to tag together at some point.
And they're going to go against the Usos for the tag team titles because that's how it's going to go. You can see it coming. You can see it coming. Granted, I wouldn't be mad if Kevin Owens was back on TV a little bit more. Let's be honest.
He's definitely on some kind of break or something.
Definitely.
With the beasting that they had him doing, he'll definitely be back.
Oh, no doubt. And I know he will, but I'm just saying I'm missing him on my Monday.
I'm missing him too.
I'm missing him on my Monday.
I'm missing him too.
Absolutely.
So, all right, getting off the factions, I got some actual wrestlers I want to talk about this week.
Preach.
You've been hearing these rumors that Triple H is in discussion with a certain Hall of Famer to bring him back to form a tag team with another person, forming the High Bros, and that is Matt Riddle and RVD coming back
Absolutely.
to form this. How do you feel about this tag team?
Are you talking? Yeah. That's just kind of two peas in a pod right there, if you ask me, Josie.
I agree with you there, but I would much rather RVD just manage Matt Riddle.
Manage Matt Riddle. That's fair.
Be wrestling anymore.
That's fair.
Doesn't need to be wrestling anymore.
That's fair. That's a solid point. Do you think at some point they'll get to that, especially if he gets in that feud with Randy down the line?
I think if it comes back in,
he's in his corner.
If it come back in and RVD's looking sloppy and kind of like he did in his last Impact run, Triple H won't keep him very long.
No, not at all. But man, are those two peas in a pod, though? If you ask me, like those two personalities together, that's dynamite, baby.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's
TNT,
literally
dynamite.
That's literal fire.
Absolutely. Hey, there it is.
So I'm excited for that. Who's been sticking out to you lately, Stacks?
Yeah. R-Truth, man. I mean, granted, he has
a good oldie, but always a goodie.
Always a goodie, and I know we talked about him last week, but that's definitely one in my mind that you can literally put him anywhere, and he's gonna energize the crowd. It doesn't matter where you put him. You know what it is? He's just gonna kill it.
You put him anywhere, and it's always gold.
It's always gold. There it is.
Because he is, man.
He is gold. He is.
And Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famer, easy. Because it's not just like if you don't know Truth, go back and look at his TNA.
Go back and look.
Three-time NWA champion. Like
absolutely,
he's hold the 10 pounds of gold. One of the most prestigious titles in this business.
People forget about his championship WWE runs too. People forget about those.
The fact that he never held the big one in WWE is a little bit of a travesty.
It is sad,
but
even for a hot minute, give my guy the belt. You know what I mean?
But he's amazing, and he can do it all. He can have great matches. He's great on the mic.
Absolutely,
he can be serious. He can be funny. Little Jimmy. Yeah.
Did you see it this week since they were in Dallas? He came out with the stuffed horse and he was riding the horse.
No, I didn't watch Raw this week.
Yeah, he came out during a snooze fest of Baron happy, not so happy Corbin.
That's the next one we're about to talk about.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna bring up. Well, I'll hold on to that one. So yeah, let's talk about some ones that aren't hitting for a minute. And that there is one of them. He is the one. What got me back into watching Raw was the fact that they were bringing JBL in to manage Corbin. And I was excited for this because I thought they were going to kind of redo
his character and just recreate
him in a suit and make him rich and that kind of intrigued me. But they've done nothing to change Corbin other than saying he's the modern day wrestling god.
The modern day wrestling god, Josie.
Speaking of money, got JBL in suits that are 2 sizes too big.
Oh god. That poor man, part of me, Josie, I don't know if I brought it up last week or not, but part of me wonders if they brought him back just so they could help fill somewhat of a void on the commentary team, because every time Corbin wrestles, they put that man on commentary granted, it's just during that match, but it's like at some point, is that going to lead back into that? That's also my thought.
I think it's more them.
Is it two-pronged? You know what I mean?
More them trying to pull off an AEW type thing, like what Regal does every time.
Like a Regal. Yeah, that's fair.
A lot of the managers in AEW now have gotten where they don't necessarily always go down to the ring. They will go to the table and talk.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so I think maybe it has more to do with that. Oh my God, the Astros actually got a man on base.
Woo!
top of the 8th, and they're down 7-0 with 2 outs. But
Bryce Harper, baby.
Fuck you,
Bryce Harper. Oh,
Harper.
damn.
So, yeah, Barron just needs to go back to the lone wolf. Give me the lone wolf.
Give me the lone wolf, man. Or you know what? I'm gonna start fast forwarding through those segments, Josie. I'm gonna start fast forwarding through those segments.
Boring. They're just boring.
It is.
They're not fun.
It is. Like, there's only so many times JBL can make fun of the fans.
Every time I watch it, it just makes me a little more sad that this is the man.
Absolutely. You should have seen his get up, dude. That they don't even have his presentation down. Like this week, he was in like some floral jumpsuit looking thing, and then they also changed his in ring, the theme, because he had money coming down like we talked about earlier with the whole JBL thing, but it doesn't match up, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Baron Corbin. I haven't been a Baron Corbin fan since the Lone Wolf went away.
Yep, nope.
The Lone Wolf is his best.
Sorry, dude, but everybody has pretty much categorized you as a jobber, and that's how you'll stay until we get the Lone Wolf back.
And what I was saying is it just makes me sad every time I see him that this is the man that retired Kurt Angle.
Yeah, yes, fair, solid points all around.
All right. Anybody else that you're just not feeling? I'm trying to think who has been just boring or not exciting or.
I'm trying to. I'm racking my brain. Another thing, the whole Miz thing. I mean, granted, it's kind of starting to get interesting now because Johnny Wrestling
coming into it is
Gargano helped, but did they put it off a little too long? Like, has this been a little too played out at this point? I mean, granted, it is interesting.
I think the Loomis Miz part is about to fade a little bit, maybe. And
yep.
Gargano.
Well, I guess you didn't watch Raw, so I don't know if I should spoil it for you. But anyway, so old Johnny Wrestling basically came out and said that originally Miz was paying the guy to come in and and kidnap him and beat him up just for to hype his celebrity up, basically put him back on the map. Yeah, and then eventually. He stopped, according to Johnny Wrestling, he stopped paying him. And now that's why he's been after him so long, because he stopped paying him. So, spoilers, boys and girls, if you didn't want to hear it, plug your ears.
That's kind of an interesting story. I kind of like that.
Absolutely. And they kind of made it a deal because, oh my God, I can't think of his name. What's his name? The blonde guy. Why am I blanking tonight, Josie? What the hell?
Ziggler?
Yeah. No, the guy that's chasing Miz.
Oh, Loomis.
Yeah, Loomis. Oh my God, what the hell, Josie? But dude, I'm getting old, man. So anyway, Loomis. And they basically made it a thing that Miz was trying to help Loomis kind of get back on his feet since he lost his job, and they made it and that whole kind of thing. So it was kind of interesting. Again, they made it like a 60-minute type of deal. Interview type of thing. So it was kind of comical, but at the same time, I don't know if it's just if they waited too long.
Kind of boring and turn it into absolute gold. So
that's fair. That's fair.
All right. So one of the people that's been standing out to me for a while that I am very impressed with, and I think is got a high future in this business, and that is the cold-hearted, handsome devil. El Diablo Guapo himself, Hook.
Yep, we absolutely. Your man crush with Hook continues.
Oh my God!
Proceed, Josie.
This is the thing. He is a good-looking man. He is a very good-looking man.
Yeah.
The fact that he is like 19 years old
and probably weighs 50 pounds soaking wet. But anyway, continue.
I wouldn't say that. He's pretty muscular. I'd give him 250.
Is he?
I'd say he's probably at least 200. He's pretty.
I'm gonna say 150, 175, 175.
Let's see what Hook is built at.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would surprise me because I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. He just doesn't seem that big.
Oh, he is billed. Oh, 6 foot 202.
Ooh, a little 202. Dang. Okay. I guess my eyes deceive me.
So and he's 23.
He is. He's a young cat, man. He's still got a ways to go. He can still develop, and
but
he's killing it right now.
he is killing it, and I
He's
love
killing it.
his gimmick. I love that he doesn't say much. The hair is just he's got that Yuli Gurriel hair going on, man. Just that it's got a mind of its own.
Absolutely. I love it.
And he's undefeated in AEW, the FTW champion.
Yep,
So,
FTW
and
champion.
like I said,
Not to mention they have too many mid card belts, but Josie gets mad at me when I say that, so we'll
well,
continue
no,
onward.
this is my thing. I don't think they have too many for the thing of. I look at it more like New Japan. I don't think a wrestling company, can have too many belts because it's just more opportunities for wrestlers. But
that's fair.
It's not up to the company to put those belts over. It's up to each wrestler to put
Wrestler.
over.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
I don't know.
right
I
now,
guess I just feel that way ever since the Ring of Honor titles that kind of came into play.
And I get that.
It just
when
seems
you
too
put
much.
all the AEW titles that they
Yep.
have, and the Ring of Honor
Yep.
titles, and the fact
Yep.
that they have a lot of the same titles, because Ring of Honor has a 6-man championship,
Absolutely.
AEW has a 6-man championship. But like right now, the Atlantic title is getting a lot of highlight because Orange is holding it, and he's defending it, and
absolutely.
So that's my thing with titles is I like titles because it gives guys chances, but it is up to that guy, that woman, that person to take
of how far it elevates, right? Of how far it elevates.
So
that's fair. Fair assumption.
And then like the FTW, remember, not a recognized title. We all know it. It is just something that Hook had because his daddy had it.
Because daddy, thank you, daddy. Thank you, daddy. You gave me a belt, daddy.
Thank you, daddy.
Thank you. I will take this belt. Now, the belts you gave me as a kid, I don't want those.
So I am enthralled with Hook. I think he is good talent.
Hook's good stuff.
How do you feel about Jade Cargill?
Oh man, we're on Jade Cargill again, dude.
Did we talk about her last week?
Well, no, we might have touched on it, but get her off my screen, Josie. Get her off my screen. Yeah, get her off my screen. Get her off my screen, man.
I enjoy her. I think she has become a long way. She's got some serious talent. I do think it is time for her to take her first loss.
Yes. And I think we did kind of touch on that a little bit. And I think it's just this title run, has gone too long. And it's watered down. Yep. And so it's her in my eyes because it's like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, what's next?
I do agree with that. I do 100% agree with that. So we'll move on from Jade because that's been discussed, it sounds like. Anybody in the WWE brand that's just sticking out to you right now?
Sticking out to me right now. I mean, we got Crown Jewel coming up, and
we got Crown Jewel,
and honestly, and some of those, leading up to that, except through last night, it's been kind of boring, right? Like some of those have been kind of snoozers up to this point. Last night was a solid show, but I can't say anybody right now is catching my eye at this juncture.
Logan Paul versus
Roman
Chief.
Yeah. I think that'll be interesting. I mean, obviously that's the big money match, so they'll make it go as long as they can. But and he seems like a good wrestler from the times that he's been in the ring. He seems like he's willing to work. They alluded to it on Monday that he's been working with HBK, which I think is awesome because I think that's going to even help further his career a little bit too. But I'm sure it'll be fun. A fun match in comparison to some of the other ones that are on the the card.
Bray is going to be there, they said. So.
Yeah, Bray. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So
what In what capacity? Is he just
Well,
coming
they
out to
haven't
talk?
announced a match or
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely. No, they haven't announced a match. It just seems like he's just gonna be like maybe he sneak attacks on somebody this weekend. Thoughts on that, Josie? Is it sneak attack time for old Bray Wyatt and
I just
company?
don't know who. He hasn't really built up.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
there's
don't
been
see him
no.
going straight in with Roman. That makes no sense.
No, not at all. Yeah, yeah, you gotta, you know, I was way, yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do there. I was thinking Seth Rollins.
Rollins be
Yeah,
an interesting one.
Rollins would be interesting. Rollins alluded to in that interview that he'd love to work with him again,
Yeah,
and give that
that was
another
a great
try.
interview, by the way.
Um,
Man, I love me. Oh man, I'm loving me the visionary, the revolutionary.
oh yeah, he's great. He's great. I mean, obviously, again, he's like, he's much like Jericho and those dudes. Anything he touches is gonna be gold. So
He's pulling. He's showing too. Like he's gonna be able, like Jericho, to just keep reinventing himself.
just keep reinventing himself. He went blonde, Josie. He's blonde again.
He's blonde again.
He's blonde again. He's blonde again. Hell yes. Over the weekend, I saw something, and this weekend or on Monday, he's back to blonde. So
I
I
would
love it.
love. And
Keep
then
it up.
the thing is like in 5-6 years, you're gonna start seeing him bring back those characters. Like you're gonna
Yep.
see the
Absolutely.
revitalization of the
Yep.
architect or.
Absolutely. I love it, man. He's just like you said, he's gonna keep giving you bits and pieces of characters and he's great at it. So bring it on.
All right, Stacks. I think that
Uh
might do it.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, real quick, what are your thoughts on the women's tag team title match for Crown Jewel? They're
I was
gonna
surprised they
and they
pulled it
dropped
off.
him. They dropped him.
I was surprised at that.
Yes,
And
I
then
was.
right
I was
now,
surprised.
I'm not a fan of that move because I'm not a fan of Oxa and Alexa.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yep. No, I'm not. I'm not. And I mean, obviously, this is just a way for, for Bailey's faction to get over on a pay per view. I mean, that's basically all this is.
I heard
Is for a way for them to get over on pay per view.
I heard a rumor today that there's conversation that they're going to do a 3-way match where all titles would be on the line. So if whoever team wins would get all.
Would get all 3 titles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we obviously already know who that's going to be, so there's no spoilers there. Yeah, that's terrible booking if that's the case. Put me to sleep. What do you think is there any matches real quick that stick out to you this weekend that are going to be, obviously we touched on Roman.
Let me look it up. We got a couple of minutes. Let me look up the card for Crown Jewel.
Yeah, let's look the card up.
Let's look at the card for Crown Jewel.
Yep.
For that Saudi blood.
Are they all going to be mid, Josie?
I don't think the Logan Paul Roman Reigns match will be made. I think that will be match because just those two guys.
I was just giving props to my boy Jacob Maxwell Freeman with the mid.
Love me some MJF. That was real quick while I'm pulling this up. I wanted to talk about that. How are you feeling about the MJF Mox at Full Throttle?
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. That's gonna be one hell of a match. I don't know if I want to pay $50 to watch that bad boy, but
I do every time.
I do too. I end up doing it. I tell myself I'm not, and then I do.
I used to when I was living in Texas and Austin. I used to just go to the movie theaters and watch it, which you really don't save a whole lot of money because you pay $25 for the ticket. And then you still pay another $25 in concessions. So you really still spend your $50.
You spend your $50, absolutely.
But it's fun to go watch it in that atmosphere too. If you never
absolutely.
So you got the last woman standing match for the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Bayley again. This is already getting boring. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Brawling Brutes versus the Usos. I would love to see the Brutes win that. I don't think they will.
No, they will not. They will carry on.
Braun Strowman versus Omos.
I even put a snore in there for you, Josie, because I think I'm going to take a nap during that one. You know what I mean?
That is exactly what I was about to do. You got Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a steel cage match.
Has that one been drawn off too long? I mean, I think it'll be a decent one. That'll be decent.
I mean,
but
the only reason it feels like it's been drawn on too long is because it was split into two. Because it was split
yeah,
a couple of years ago, and they're feuding in NXT,
and now they're trying it again. Yeah, absolutely.
But they did have a decent match at Extreme Rules, the strap match.
That really was a good match. That I agree. That was a good match. So hopefully that that trend continues at Crown Jewel.
So, the OC versus the Judgment Day. I mean, anything you put Gallows and Anderson, I'm all for, because I love me some Good Brothers. I love
absolutely. You know, and this may be just my my bias, but I mean, if Rhea's not going to be in there, like I want to see Rhea in the ring. Like, not that I don't think this will be a good match, because I absolutely think I think they'll blow it out the park. I honestly do. But I want to see Rhea in the ring, man.
Well, here's a great line for you right here. Finn
I don't just want to keep. I don't want to keep seeing her. You know.
Oh, nice catch, Kyle Tucker. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley have begun to find their way as a group under Triple H's creative regime, but it was Dominic Mysterio's heel turn and surprisingly great villainy that has helped them leap off the screen as a great heel stable. And I 110% agree with that. They, to me, were jobbers after Edge left.
1,000%. They were dead in the water until Hunter Hearst Helmsley took over.
It says it is Mysterio's development as an on-screen performer and the red-hot heat that accompanies him that makes him outcome of the six-man tag team match that much more intriguing. Yeah,
Poppy's making it. Poppy's carrying it right now. Him
and
his girl.
Little Eddie. Just
Little
gonna
Eddie.
go out there and start doing
man.
it.
Every time. The question mark or the exclamation point off the top row, baby. Let's go.
Don't get it twisted, Stacks. Rhea is Poppy.
I know. I know. Yeah. Rhea's Poppy. He just wears the leash around his neck, you know, and drinks from the water bowl. We already know what the deal is.
Then you got Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. I mean,
okay. Yeah. I'll just say okay to that. Okay.
It's not a bad match. It's not.
No, it's not a bad match. But okay, cool. You know, about 10 F5s and call that one a night, Josie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It says Lesnar downs Lashley for his first pay-per-view win since Elimination Chamber. That's
10 F5 and about six spears, and we'll call that one an evening.
And then you got the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns.
Still going to be Roman, but I at least hope it's I hope it's a good one, which Triple H has been able to make that happen as of late.
I think it'll be a great match.
So,
I think it will be an exciting match. And I got to say, that's not a bad card. It's a solid card. There's one. Let's go back up. Okay, so the Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns has the ability to be an easy A.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Bobby Lashley versus Lesnar is probably going to be a B or C match.
I'm gonna say C because, as I alluded to earlier, 10 suplexes and 5 spears and thank you. Here's your money.
The Judgment Day has the potential to be a possible show.
Absolutely. Yep. They're gonna be as hot as a grease fire this weekend. I think. You know what I mean?
Drew McIntyre carrying Cross will probably be just a great old school steel cage wrestling match.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do in a steel cage. I think that'll be kind of interesting.
Strowman versus Omos, that's a D match. I have no interest in this match. Omos does not excite
that should have been Josie, agree or disagree? That's a pre-show match.
Yes, that is a pre-show match.
That's a pre-show match, Josie.
That's a pre-show.
Sad. People are paying to watch that.
Versus the Usos. As much as I would love to see the Brawling Brutes win, the Usos are going to win this match.
Usos are going to win.
Continuing being Usi.
Usi, baby.
Usi, baby.
I'm feeling Usi, baby.
So,
anyway. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
That's
that's
Crown
gonna do
Jewel
it for us here at Fight Night tonight. Be sure to watch next week, man. We're gonna be recapping Crown Jewel. There's some interesting stuff going down on Dynamite tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Gotta tune in to Dynamite.
Don't be like Stacks and go check out some Impact. But yeah, so and then you gotta
All right.
make sure you Dan
Catch the hardwood tomorrow. Catch the hardwood. Dan's falling asleep. Dan's falling asleep. His finger caught the button there. He's like, let's get the fuck off the screen. Yep, see, he's giving us a warning.
And so make sure you check us out next week. And then all our shows on Sports Support. Guys, y'all have another great week, and we will see y'all next time.
Absolutely. Have a good one, all.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.